Hey guys, it's Bia here, and today we're back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about fashion internships, especially for fashion students. Now, I don't know if this happens everywhere in every fashion course, but in my course, for example, we have the option of taking one extra year, which is called a sandwich year, and this is essentially a year that gives us the opportunity to take internships, which should give us experience so that by the time we leave uni, we have experience to back us up. Not only do we then have the knowledge from studying, but we also have a hands-on experience, and we know how things work, and we know how to work professionally. Apologies, I had my fish tank on and I don't want you guys to be disturbed. If you could hear anything, I don't know if the sound changes at all, but if it did, I apologize. They will be okay for the next 20 minutes. Anyways, so as I was saying, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'm joking. I'm not joking. You better like, share and subscribe. So as I was saying, this is a great opportunity to gain experience. So if you have this option, this is great. And if you don't, then you can always do it after you finish uni. Or what a lot of people also do is in their summer holidays, they take up internships for like 3 months, and this gives them the experience, and it means that they don't have to take up a whole year just doing internships. So that's another option for you. Now, one thing you need to consider is your portfolio, which we can talk about in another video, but what I'm going to talk about today is how to find them and what methods you can use to make this process easier, because it can tend to be very daunting. And I can tell you guys from first-hand experience, I've sent so many applications and barely, like, only a few got back to me. But I went through so many different ways of getting to them, and there is one specifically that worked the best. But I will tell you guys about all the different ones that I have come across. So the first one is the obvious, and why is everything in this room so messed up? So the first thing I want to talk about is just the most expected thing that you would think of is there are websites for this. And I am going to give you guys a list in the description. So I'm going to take you into my laptop and I'm going to show you what I am talking about. So I'm going to show you guys the websites. Oh gosh, my laptop is so annoying. Okay, so the first one I am talking about is Fashion United, which is this website here. And as you guys can see, they have a lot of things on their main page, but then they have the section on jobs. And if you just go there, if my laptop could be faster, it'd be great. So you can search up by brands, you can search up by internships, which is what we're interested in. And then within those internships, you can choose specific locations and you can search for more specific things. So it's not only useful for fashion internships, but you also have things like production, social media, photography, jewelry, customer services, anything, product design, so marketing, as you guys can see, so illustration. Sorry, I keep saying so and I saying things, but see, there's so many different options that I can go for. So for example, if I go to this one here, I can then see what their requirements are, and this is basically what happens in every website. I'm just giving you guys the kind of look through on this. So they tell you roughly how long it is, how long they want, what you need to have as experience, and what you need to be able to do in order to be accepted, the things you need to apply with, so the CV, cover letter, portfolio, availability, blah blah blah, and what you will learn from them. So this is what they're telling you also, like if it's a part-time thing, if it's like every single day you're working for them, and usually they will tell you if they're paying you or if they're not paid. For example, this one says it's not paid, and this is something that actually happens quite often in the fashion industry, where you actually don't get paid for the internships, unlike other things. Sadly, this is the truth. Some of them, they pay your essentials, some of them actually pay a salary, but it's usually a very low salary because you're doing an internship with them. And if you're lucky, you will actually get paid a decent wage, and you would be getting experience. That is the ultimate ideal situation, but obviously not everyone's gonna get those experiences. So there's different things and there's different scopes. They obviously ask you for the requirements and so on. You can then apply, tells you their location. If you want, you can go on their website and you can kind of search more about them, and if you're really interested in working for them. So that is one thing. So you have the Fashion United, you have Fashion Jobs, which is this one here, and you can do the same process. There's obviously, it says here we have 169 fashion jobs. Not all of them are internships because they put jobs and internships together, and then you have to sort of filter in. So Fashion United, there's also another one which I would like to show you. So this is called the Business of Fashion, and it's not just good for you to try and look for careers, but they're actually good for other things. Business of Fashion is really great with like they also have a magazine, so you can look at their reports and so on, but I don't want to get too deep into that. But they'll give you a lot of information, and they're actually very helpful. They even have YouTube videos on how to start your own fashion business and so on. So those are videos I watched, and they're very, very helpful. If you want, I can link them in the description, or I can let you guys know about them another day. So that's another website, and let me see if we have anything else. Okay, there's another one here, Fashion Worky, I think that's what, so we can look at internships and fashion internships, blah blah blah. That's another website that you can look into. They also have quite a lot of opportunities and different things they can have a look at. So that's one way of going about it. You go in, you make a cover letter, you send them your portfolio, and you sort of just do basically this. In my opinion, this doesn't really work because what tends to happen is because this is widely available, everyone goes and applies for them, so then there's like a lower chance of you getting the apprenticeship as there is more competition. So another option that you have as I was saying, another option you have, which you also might have thought about, why don't I just go on Google? Well, you can go on Google and you can just search on fashion industry internships, as I said. And here you could look at the things that are being suggested by Google itself, which is where some things are being advertised, or you can do other options, which are, this is also kind of linked to the websites, but it's just not the specifically fashion driven websites, so not as many people might go on them. So for example, if you just search up fashion internships, it kind of has a location, and you can see the things that are being suggested to me. And if you want, you can always change your location. So if, for example, if you're living, I don't know, in the UK, you want to go to France, you want to go to Paris and do an internship, then you have to search up fashion internships in Paris. And there's websites for those as well. Fashion United or Fashion Jobs, I'm not sure which one it was. They have like a specific website, like they divide themselves into different countries, so you need to go and look at that there. But don't forget, if you're going to another country, you would need to know some of the language and how to communicate with people, so take that into consideration way before you try to go and work somewhere else. Because, for example, what I did was I thought it's gonna be fine, I'm gonna apply to work in Paris and so on, and then not realizing that most of them want you to be able to be fluent in French. And yeah, so that was my mistake. I could have been learning French for like 3 years, and I chose not to because I thought it was gonna be okay. So don't make the mistakes I make. So that's another option. The last thing is the most effective one, and that's the one I want to talk about. So imagine you go through these methods. I choose this one. For example, I really want to apply to this one. But what I did was I went on their website. So let's just pretend this is the one I want. So I'm going to copy their name. I'm going to search it up. And I'm assuming they have a website for it. They have to have a website for themselves. If they don't, that's not the best thing. Some of them that are advertising on Google are not actually very big designers, and so you need to watch out. See, this one, for example, not a good idea. So let me go back and see if there's another one. Okay. Let's look at this one, for example. Okay, we go here and we just go and look at their website. Cool. This one actually has a good website. We go on it. This is actually one that I applied to. I was not successful, but it's fine because after applying it, then I realized that this is not really fitting for me anyways. I'm not lingerie and bikini and swimsuit designer, so it doesn't really make sense with the stuff that's in my portfolio. So I go on their website. I know that they're already looking for people because they advertised it, and that's where this comes in. We know that they are looking for people and we're going to make use of it. But instead of going with where everyone else is going, which is just generally applying to it, is I'm going to try and see if they have a careers option. They don't, when that's still okay. Don't forget to look at where they are located before you do this, to see that you're just to know that you're fine with it. So they have the contact us, they have an email, sales email, and then they have other emails. So what I would do, for example, is I would then take this email and I would email them directly asking about careers and asking saying how much I love their website and so on, with the reasons why you want to work for them, and essentially say that you are a student and tell them where you're from and show them a portfolio. Of course, your portfolio has to be really good for them to accept you, and it has to fit within their aesthetic. So send them a direct email. That is way more likely for you to get a reply. And to be honest, guys, I did this also for Burberry and Louis Vuitton and all these major brands, and they do have their career section, but at least I got a response from them because I emailed them directly. When you email them directly, they're more likely to see that you're showing interest. Some of them even said you need to send a physical portfolio and so on, which I didn't do, but you are very welcome to do. And so those places in Paris that are more prestigious, they have like, yeah, obviously because it's more prestigious, you have to work harder to get to it. And that is something that if you really want to go there, then you can send them the physical portfolio. But and that really shows how much you want to have that place. So that is one thing. And then lastly, one last option that you have is to go on Indeed. Not Indeed, sorry. What is this place called? LinkedIn. So if you go on LinkedIn and, for example, if I search up Balmain, oh my god, what did I do? Balmain. Oh my gosh, I can't type today. Okay, if I search up, for example, Balmain, right? And you can see who works there and who doesn't work there. And what you can try and do is try and get in there from the people that are already there and somehow relate to you. For example, it says here, 9 employees attended the University of Arts London, which is the university I'm studying at, and they're currently working there. And what I can try and do is connect to them and send them messages and ask them about the company and try and see if you can get a job through connections, because that is, as familiarity is something that is much more likely to lead to results. Now, I haven't tried that that option, but I know a lot of people that have, and I've actually been more successful as they got in through someone that is already in there, and this gives them a much bigger chance of being noticed as they're kind of special in a way. So that is another option of what you can do. And that is pretty much it, you guys. Well, first thing is you go in on the websites, the fashion websites. Second thing is you go on Google, you go on Indeed, you go on Glassdoor, where you can do some more general search and you can maybe find things that are not advertised elsewhere. You can then also try and contact the companies directly, which is where you go on their website, you go on the careers, where they maybe have a system for careers specifically, or you have the contact us, you specifically contact them, send them emails, send them portfolios attached to your email, and basically beg for the place. And last thing is use LinkedIn, which uses familiarity as basically a tool for you to be able to get in without having to do as much work. So yeah, that is pretty much it. As you guys saw, there is plenty out there, and you can create opportunities for yourself even if you just go and search just brands. For example, if I just went on the, I think it's called London Fashion Council or something like that. If I go in and I see all the brands that are maybe smaller brands that they're more likely to answer me, I'll just literally go through the list and see which ones kind of follow my aesthetic and which ones I can align my views with, and I send them applications through there. So that is the different ways in which you guys can do this. Don't forget that persistence is key, and that you guys have to really strive. If you want something, you have to push through it, and you have to just be annoying, and you have to just really work at it until something good comes out of it. So that is my tips for today. Don't forget, you guys, to subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested in knowing more tips and getting help from me in the future. If you have any questions about internships or about studying fashion or about a fashion career or anything else that you can think of, don't forget to leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like on this video for the YouTube algorithm. I am really appreciate it if you guys help me out. And not only you're helping me, you're helping the community and you're helping people around you that might want to have this information. So don't forget, you guys, to do that. And also ring the bell. I never ask anyone to ring the bell, but just ring the bell, you know? So when I post videos, you guys can just know that I posted them, and if they're interesting to you and if you would like to know anything about whatever I posted about, it might be tips on your practice or it might be tips in general to do with the future career, anything, I will do it for you guys. Just leave a comment, just leave a like, just do the thing, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.